Your first and second year in business is extremely important, and we're going to talk about how to springboard from your first and second year to have a successful business for the long term. Oh, baby, let's get into it. This is Mike, the Caesar of Concessions, back with another video for you today, my friends. All right. So, yeah, are you struggling? Like, let's just say, are you struggling in your first or second year, particularly financially? It's massive that you understand some of these key issues I'm going to talk about. So, your first and second year are extremely important for the future development of your business, okay? I compare it to like a child, right? Like, your first and second year of a child, they're learning to walk, they're learning all the wonderful, beautiful things about life. Well, guys, we are too when we start our companies. Now, I didn't know this when I first started. I had like a mind of a child in my first year in business. I didn't understand how important and formidable those years are. Now, when we're starting our first year or we're in our second year and the money isn't coming in like we want, it's hard not to get upset. It's hard to think, oh, this is a failure. My business sucks. I'm going to go out of business. Well, let me tell you something, my friends. That is 90% of us, right? Very few of us are extremely successful our first or second years. Sometimes guys are super successful their first year and then fall flat from that point forward. There's all kinds of different ways that their first or second years go, but for the vast majority of us, our first and second years are our toughest. And I think it's important that we look long term at our company, not dismissing the short-term gratification of needing money, but the long term, and build the business for the long term. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a business, and typically it takes time to build. Okay, your first and second year are all, I'm going to lay out some things here. Number one, all about building relationships, right? It's very important that you build relationships with different promoters or your customer base, employees, whatever. It's so important to foster and build those relationships. That way, that can help springboard you into the future you, right? I have my notes here, so I may look down from time to time, okay? Also, it's so important that first and second year that you perfect your signature items, okay? That you get whatever your mainstays are going to be. It doesn't matter if it's lemonade, shaved ice, hot dog, kettle corn, barbecue. Doesn't matter. Perfect in the first year that product. Perfect, okay, how you do the process of actually serving it, okay? Then next, start introducing new products. Why would you want to do that? To increase market share size, to bring in more revenue for your family. For me, I found it was extremely hard to just sell one or two products and get to the lifestyle that we wanted for our family. So we had no choice but to start introducing multiple products. And thank goodness that we did, because that propelled us to our company. And here we are 15 years later with multiple locations. Okay, now we're going to talk about some more about that. These key items that I'm going to be bringing up, we talk a lot about in our membership group. We have workshops twice a month. It's only $2 a month to get in. I can do, we do all kinds of things. Can you imagine like 150 vendors in a membership group with you, communicating with you, selling all kinds of different products? It's really incredible. I'll leave a link to join the membership group in the description. Now, it's so important your first and second year to build your calendar. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Do everything. Your first year, I recommend people do as many events as they possibly can, because you don't know what's good or what's bad until you do them, right? So you do these events, and then through time, how we've done it and how I recommend people like in my membership group do it, you do everything, right? And then start eliminating the trash for the next year and only keep the good events, right? And then as time goes on, you've eliminated all the trash and only have great events year in and year out. And it's also so important to find holes in events. What do I mean by that? Well, take notes. Find out what product is missing in said event and then do that one next year, right? Ask the promoter if you see an event and you're like, man, hot dogs would have killed it here. Okay, talk to the promoter after the event ends and says, hey, I want to do hot dogs at this event next year. Can I go ahead and sign up for it now? I want to be exclusive, be the only hot dog vendor, whatever, right? And you do that. And then that's how you propel yourself year after year, by eliminating trash, only doing good events, and selling products that have a huge demand that weren't being sold years previous. Okay, next. Your first and second year are so important to streamline your process, right? It takes time. It's not one or two or three events to learn how to streamline your process. And then once you start adding more products, you have to streamline it even more. This is why the first and second years are so formidable, and you should not get down on yourself during this process. Okay. Your first and second year, you need to take chances on events. Like, again, you don't know what it's going to do until you do it. Do everything. Take chances. Do little events, big events. Do them all. Okay? And I know it's like, Mike, what about the money? The money will come. And I can't tell you how much you're going to make your first or second year. I just know if you follow the process, you're going to make more your third year, more your fourth, more your fifth. You see what I'm saying? We're going to compound this money year after year after year. That's how it's done. Okay. Like I said in the beginning, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes patience to build a business. It takes hard work. It takes dedication, and it takes drive. It takes want to. These are things you have to have in your mindset to build a business. Also, my channel is sponsored by the one and only kettlecornmachine.com. If you're looking for equipment for kettle corn or fresh squeezed lemonade, check out kettlecornmachine.com. I have their A1 sweet machine. It's a kettle corn machine. It's been in my family for 15 years. I appreciate you watching. This is Mike, the Caesar of Concessions.